Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a cruel summer when those gas prices start ticking up again. Okay, so basically, people are freaking out because of the stupid fucking strait being blockaded and everything, and how it's screwing with the cost of oil and it's jacking up the gas prices. Little known fact, ladies and gentlemen, gas prices have been jacking up for years. They've been going up for years. The thing is, it's like that frog, the frog in the pot analogy. We've been literally cooking in that pot. When was the last time you can recall gas prices being $1? 1999, ladies and gentlemen. 1999. The gas prices have not been low in decades. When was the last time that you can say that you bought gas and you felt comfortable buying that gas? Anyway, let's get on to the video, shall we? Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, 1.
It's a reality Americans can't ignore.
The more you think about it, the more it hurts, man. And so I just feel up and just get out of it.
Okay, so to those who do not know that much about me, I used to have two vehicles. I got them from my mom after she passed away. However, I do not like driving. I have a fear of driving, so I basically gave one vehicle actually broke down a while ago, and it was pretty old. It was like a 1990 Mazda 323. It did its job. It served my mother, nicely and everything. The other car I gave to a coworker for free. I figured that, they could make better use of the car and, help them with their bills and everything, not having to have a large, debt over their head with a car bill and everything. So I figured I did something good. Me, I like to just kind of, I'll either walk to where I need to go. Where I live right in the middle of the community, so I can go wherever I need to go. And if need be, I have public transportation. I do not like driving at all. I hate driving. Driving freaks me the fuck out. So, yeah, while I'm like I'm glad I don't have to worry about this. I can definitely see other people having to worry about gas prices this summer. And the way it's looking like it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better.
Cheap gas is now a thing of the past.
It's pretty painful. It's pretty painful, but you got to do what you got to do.
Prices at the
The thing is, here's the thing that ultimately makes me kind of chuckle. What makes me chuckle is the fact. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, good. What makes me chuckle is the fact that basically people are acting like, oh my god, we've lost cheap gasoline. The prices are high. They're not, cheap gasoline is a thing of the past. Even before this shit going on right now in the world, gas wasn't cheap. I remember when I was going to junior high and high school back in the mid to late 90s, gasoline was 99 cents at that point. It was 99 cents at that point. When we started to hit the $1 mark, people were freaking the fuck out at the thought that gas was no longer going to be 99 cents. We would be grateful today if gas was $1. Like I said, I would remember when I had PE during high school. Oddly enough, one of the classes we did for PE was bowling. We actually had a bowling semester where we would go and bowl every couple days, here in Kelso. We would walk by the AM PM up there up here in Kelso, and on the board at the time it would say 99 cents, and the fear was we were going to be hitting $1, and they even had a thing called the Great American Gas out, like in 99. I think it was 99, around that time, where people it was supposed to show that we were not going to be pushed around by big oil, that nobody was going to drive their vehicle on a specific day. We were not going to buy gas or anything. It was supposed to, be the middle finger to the big oil, Guess what? nothing fucking happened. It still hit $1. It went above $1, and it's still going up. It kind of reminds me of these idiots that do the No Kings protest, you know. But yeah, so they're acting like, oh my god, cheap gas is gone. It's never coming back. It hasn't been here for decades. It hasn't been here for nearly 3 decades, ladies and gentlemen. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
Pump rising across the country as the war with Iran continues to impact the critical
Kaboom,
Strait of
yo.
Hormuz, a key shipping lane where roughly 1/5 of the world's oil supply flows through every single day, or at least did. The strait now effectively closed, with just a handful of ships making it through as talks to reopen the waterway stall. The White House offering little relief.
Okay, to the people who are constantly saying this is all Trump's fault, in this situation, yes, it is his fault. But what these idiots don't want to admit is every president has been responsible for the gas going up. The thing is, people like to say, you know, like to try to separate Republicans and Democrats and independents and all these fucking political parties. They're all on the same side of the same coin. They are. They are. They are no different. The only things that make them different is their mentalities, but they are all basically on the same side of the same coin. You're probably going to say to yourself, well, what are you, Joe, for Republican? No, I hate all politicians. I hate Democrats. I hate Republicans. I hate independents. To me, Democrats will fucking blow whatever way the goddamn wind tells them. If somehow Loopy World arrived here tomorrow, and it literally said, starting May 3rd, 2026, racism would be okay. Slavery is back in style. You know, you can have burning crosses in people's yards. The Democrats would be the first ones to be accepting them. They'll be like, oh yeah, well, we're for that, because they sell out wherever the wind blows. The Republicans, they are fucking toothless old cats. They are toothless old cats that cannot hold on to anything. They live off of past glory, and basically they threaten, but they lack the backbone to do anything brave. The independent parties, whatever you want to call them, that's a fucking pipe dream. That's a pipe dream. You're never going to see an independent reach that office. You just won't.
With President Trump vowing that gas prices will go down, but only once the war is over. And there's no clear timeline. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth clashing with lawmakers this week about the impact.
Do you know how much it will cost Americans in terms of their increased cost in gas and food over the next year because of the Iran war?
I would simply ask you what the cost is of an Iranian nuclear bomb.
I like it when politicians fucking argue amongst each other. They fucking argue. It's like watching little children cry.
Experts say the longer this drags on, the higher gas prices will go.
I'm going to call it right now, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to call it July 4th. July 4th. I will make you... I don't want to say a bet, because some fucktard's actually going to be like, you know, Jeff, I'm going to hold you to that. So I'm just going to predict. I'm not going to say bet. I'm going to make you a bet. I'm going to predict by July 4th, I'd say $7.50 per gallon with a high low of 25 cents. So, you know, whatever, 25 cents above or below,
As we get into things like Mother's Day and closer to Memorial Day, we could see oil prices pushing gas prices higher. In fact, it's not out of the potentials that we could see new all-time records set for gasoline.
But it's
like I said, make you a bet. I'm not going to say make you a bet. I'm predicting $7.50, 25-cent high low. So, like I said, anywhere between $7.25 and $7.75.
It's not just prices at the pump. Airline fares are rising as jet fuel gets more expensive. Costs are climbing for petroleum-based products, including plastics used in everything from packaging to basic goods, and fertilizer, essential for farmers, getting squeezed by the disruptions in the strait, threatening to push food prices higher later this summer.
I am of the belief that I think personally we are entering a phase where, or a period where basically people will not be traveling during the summer. I think, just like it is for me, I think we're all just going to kind of stay at home. Traveling will literally, at least for the next few years, in my opinion, traveling will become too expensive, basically. And a lot of families, they're just going to be taking their summer vacations at home like I plan on. But then again, I never really go traveling at all.
And this all comes at a time when consumers are already feeling stretched. So any further spikes in the energy market, that could continue to ripple across the entire economy. And guys, experts tell me that the only relief that we're going to have is when the Strait of Hormuz is reopened. But of course,
these people are trying to spin this idea that once that fucking strait opens up, it's gonna be, gravy and rainbows again, ladies and gentlemen. It won't. They're acting like, oh, the prices are gonna go back down. It will not go back down. It won't. It won't. The oil companies like making these big time profits. Do you think that they're just going to drop it back down to like $4, $3, $2? No. If they have a choice, they will keep it jacked up as long as they can. Hell, we were originally told in the early 2000s, once we hit $1, oh, don't worry, it's going to go back down below $1. It never did. It never did. Like the prices we have now, they're never going to go down. They will not go down and stay down. It's never going to work like that anymore. We are past that point.
that's a big if. And even once that happens, it's going to take 1 to 2 months for those supplies and for those ships to get back to their regular routes. So for all of us summer travelers out there, much more.
You better get ready to stay home. Disneyland can wait.
Pain ahead.
Yeah. Hitting those summer road trips so hard. Thanks so much, Allie.
Of course.
Allie, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you.
Okay, so yeah, basically that was just, I just wanted to give you my opinion, because that's the thing about the internet. Everybody is free to give their opinion, but I do not see there ever being a time when the prices are going to go back down to, like, say $3, $2, hell, even $1.50. Those years are gone. Those years are gone. You're going to, in 2 to 3 years, you're going to be grateful for gas being $6. This is why this is just one of the many reasons why I don't drive, besides the fact that fucking freaks me out. At least I don't have to worry about paying, nearly $100, if not more, to fill the gas tank anymore.